and stream. And there I am. Hey, all right. Oh, not going over well. Hey, Hexicans, how you doing? RG3, driving across the desert. I'm trying to see if I got anybody coming on tonight because I've got business still being conducted. People are calling me, and I'm trying to get through the desert here. Anyway, um, welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Welcome to the Friday Night Hangout. This is your FN Hangout, where all the Hexicans that want to get on and speak their grievances or just talk about Hex or anything else for that matter. This is your show. You're supposed to be up here laying it out. And we're not getting a whole bunch of participation. Mostly, every once in a while, we'll get one or two people to show up. But hey, this is a chance for you to show everybody in the Hex community who you are. So come on up, get on the show, speak your piece, and let's get some conversations going because I'm out in the middle of the desert and I'm up here. But I think our buddy Litecoin Moses, he's got his class going on right now, so he's been off the stream for a couple of weeks now, or for a week now, doing his class, and we wish him luck. And he's working real hard and getting it done. Kinetics was out with his kids, I think, today, doing some kind of a soccer or lacrosse or something. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that the opposing team was called the Pirates, so he had to call me and let me know that he was. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a cross country meet. That's what it was, cross country. Wow, someone's gonna kill somebody out here on the highway. Yep. Saw some bad crashes on the way up here yesterday. But anyway, so that's where all the cutthroats are. The cutthroats aren't here tonight. I'm on the road, but at least I lit it up for you guys. So let me see if we got anybody in the room here. Hold on. I see nobody. So maybe I'm not streaming right now. Maybe I should check and see if the stream is actually running. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Looks like everything is a go. We're live. We've been live for 7 minutes. And I can't see the comments. So I'm just going to sit here and talk until somebody comes in. So we talked last show about uni and the drop, what everybody was doing with their uni drop. And I had a bunch of wallets that I was able to claim, and that was really, really cool. What a present that was. Thank you, Uniswap. Appreciate it. Turned it all into sweet, sweet Hex as quickly as possible. And yeah, now I've got another stack to stake before BPD. So I hope that all of you did that well. And again, I apologize if you are commenting in the chat room. I can't see it. I can't hear it because I'm mobile. So I was hoping for some help tonight. I did post the link in the Telegram channel. I posted the link in Discord. I posted it in the comments here. Actually on Dlive, I posted it there. So hold on a second. Let me check to see if we got anybody in yet. Still nobody in. Okay, so maybe we're not live. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not going to turn it off yet. So again, I was hoping you guys were going to come mutinize this thing, and I was just leaving it open for you guys to have at it. I mean, how many other people let you just come into a stream and do what you want? I'm giving you guys free reign. Have at it. Get in here and do something. Is anybody around? All right. Well, I can't see the chat, and I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it live. Let's see. What can we talk about? I wish I could see the chat room and see what you guys are asking. Hold on, actually. Let me try something. Let me see if I can bring Dlive up. Hold on. shut that off. And boom, put a little cap alone and try and get in here. So maybe I need to post that link again. Hold on a second. Let me post the link again. Copy that. Let's see if this will work. Boom. Oops. That might have shut it down. Turn this back on, and I'm in. Alright. Nobody's here. It sure is a beautiful sunset coming through the desert here. I gotta admit. Jeez, this is going great, isn't it? Alright. Well, I saw nothing in the chat room. I saw nothing going on, so I don't know if I'm live, but I'm going to keep it up. So I haven't even been able to look at crypto Twitter this weekend. Or this week. I spent most of the week working, driving around back and forth, trying to get out here to Arizona and get some work done. So this whole work thing is really, ever since COVID's in, it has really been cutting into my crypto time. Because, when COVID started, that's when we started Discourse Syndicate, and when we started with Hex, and we started with all of Richard's 8-hour streams and everything, and listening to them and figuring out what Hex was all about. And then, launching into the big Hex bull run, and, starting this channel, everything was really exciting. And then, of course, spending a lot of time on Hexo's show. I haven't been able to spend that much time on his show either because of, getting back to work and COVID kind of slowing down. I guess it is or isn't. I don't know. But now that things have been a lot more hectic, it's been harder to get the streams going, right? Good thing I have Kinetics and Litecoin, but now they're both gone, so it's really being difficult. I got to keep picking this up, guys, to see if anybody's coming in. So hold on again. It looks like we got some guests. Oh, there they all are. Hold on a second. Let me bring everybody up. So, come on. There we are. We got guys on the show now. What's up, Liberty?
What's up, RG? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
I was answering your call to the bridge. I could hear you panicking. Where's everybody? So I got the chat up. If you need to follow up some chat.
I see Kavana's back there. I see. Well, wait. Is that Eshtar? Really? Is that really Eshtar? Yeah, but he's got his camera turned off. Oh, he left. Oh no. Let's see. Come back in again. All right. So what's up, fellas?
Oh, not too much, man. Just came in watching the Stanley Cup playoffs intermission and saw your distress call, so wanted to say hello. Good to see you, Liberty. What's up? I don't think I've been on with you.
What's up, Cabana? Nice to see you.
I'm gonna change my mic so I can kind of unscrew this because I know it sounds bad. Hold on a second. You guys go ahead and talk for a minute. Let me change this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we've been on before, Cabana.
We have not.
Good to share the stream with you. So I had something good happen this last week. We have all of our stakes for our ladder pretty much set for the next year, but I had one come due. And, we all choose reasons why we're going to stake. I staked for my birthday, and it was a million hex. And I was really giddy because I didn't really know, what happens. What happens when your stake ends, right? Like, what's it look like? Just kind of like when you go in the adoption amplifier and you enter, and the first time you see exit, you panic and you go, "What's this going to do? I don't know if I should touch this button or not."
Right.
So it said exit stake, and that was pretty easy. But then what came up was, mint your coins or good accounting. So another decision, right? What's the experience of the casual Hexican, right? Like, you got to figure this stuff on your own the first time, right? Kind of like free claiming Bitcoin. But anyway, so I didn't know what to do with good accounting. I kind of know what it is, but I don't know what it will look like. So I have to wait for my next stake before I do good accounting. But so I went ahead and minted my coins, and you sit there and you wait and you just hope it works. And lo and behold, there they were. So like, again, the key is, I think for every single Hexican out there, we're all going to have this same experience where we go and close down a stake, not an early emergency end stake. I know emergency end stakes, you see the fees are kind of high, but I was thrilled. My end stake was like nothing. It was like, I can't remember, like $4 or $5 or $8 or something. So I was able to end stake, to fully maturity end stake 1 million coins. And my questions were, there were some questions about if you emergency end stake, like if you do it the last day before your stake ends, you lose like 50% or whatever, right? Yeah. And I was glad to see my interest, I end staked on time, of course, but there was no spike. There was no spike in the interest. The day before it was 34,000 hex, and the next day it was 35,000 hex. So it didn't spike up like I thought. I heard rumored that, that last day you might get 50% of your interest. So that didn't happen, but I was pretty thrilled to see that populate in my wallet. And then here's the other thing, the addiction we all have, right? So I'm like, okay, I put in 3,200, it's worth 3,900. I made $700. How cool. And then I just started hitting this restake button. I was like 9 years, 11 years, 12 years. And
like starting all over again.
I was like, I'm a sick puppy, man. It's just so in our DNA. I mean, when do you take profits? So that was my week.
Yeah, no, I think Coffee put out a video, it was like a week or two ago, and I admit I haven't gotten, well, I guess those who have watched me on stream know that pretty much my nearest stakes are probably like 1.5 years or 2 years out. So I'm kind of going by your experience and his experience and, kind of hearing how it goes. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, it's working, not surprisingly, as it's supposed to. And now as stakes become, I guess, matured, it's going to be, like you were saying, what do you do with it? Are you going to, cash some out? Are you going to like restake it because it worked well? You see how it works. You're going to multiply, those games. So it's going to get really interesting because I know a lot of stakes are coming up right after big payday. And, it's like, okay, well, what are they going to do with it after that? The share rate,
I mean, you see, like, you have 1 million coins, and then all of a sudden you have 5 million big payday, which is pretty cool, right? But you just delayed gratification for 9 or 10 years. I did cash out the interest though. The interest was like about $130. So I was proud of myself. Prior I think I was at $1.03 that I'd made in a year, and now we added $130 to the plus column. But we took, taking the principal and throwing it 9 years, 11 years, 12 years in the future. I mean, you see the share rate, you see the so we're playing the game the right way, which is what we want to teach everybody, right? We want to teach everybody how to play the right way.
Yeah, and the share prices, I think Ryan Lopez put out a video a couple of days ago about the share price actually, spiking higher than the usual, trajectory that we've been on. And it's going to be really interesting how that, I guess, fluctuates in and around big payday. And of course, as we've been kind of told for a long time, that price is going to really just spike after. So, man, exciting times. It's going to be day 300 tomorrow, I think, officially, because of the amplifier closing. So, yeah, man, good stuff.
So my other thing is, some folks have talked about setting stakes for their loved ones, and I was dreaming about this last night. I have a couple siblings, and gosh, so how hard is it to onboard until Staker app comes out?
Oh yeah,
And
I'm facing the same thing. Man.
so I decided, you know what, with the whole Uniswap craze and stuff, I only had about 3 wallets, but creating a wallet, under my wallet, maybe we'll have a tax issue down the road. But I texted my siblings and I was like, just Venmo me $250 or $1,000. I don't want to be on the hook for any more than $1,000 with you guys, my loved ones. And 2 of my siblings did, and they're hardworking people. They don't have a lot of money, but I was thrilled. I was like, $250. It's a 2-year project. I told them it's a 2-year project, but my sister, she has 10,000 hex now staked 10 years from now, 8 years from now, 6 years. So I was imagining, what do we do in 2022 near her birthday? And I'll do this for the others. How much fun would it be just to send a town car to pick up your family in Pedro, my family in Pedro, and bring them down to Pelican Hill or something, something like really glitzy. They come pulling up, and you just hand them envelopes, and you're like, hey, I got an envelope for you. And then 2 years later, so year 4, they're like, hey guys, yeah, I invited you guys to dinner again. Yeah, I know, you gave me $250, maybe I gave you $1,000 back, but here's an envelope for 10 grand. Yeah, I lied. It was more than a 2-year project, but good to see you guys again. Here's 10 grand. And then 10 years later, right, and that 5th time, yeah, I lied again. Here's another envelope for 180 grand each or something like that. It's kind
of Grand Cayman or something.
Yeah, kind of fun thing to do for your family on $250 or $500 or $1,000. Again, I'll give them back their principal if it takes forever. I'll go, here, guys, I don't want you guys waiting for your money back, but we did something pretty cool for you. And sorry I used to beat you up when you were little, but we just did something to make up for it,
Yeah, I have very similar stories there, just in the terms of the onboarding. And yeah, like everybody else, I think I can't wait for the Staker app to come out here, because I guess I've just run into it probably multiple times over the recent weeks and telling people about it. And these are total crypto noobs. Like, they don't even own Bitcoin. They don't own Ethereum. And, it's like, oh, well, this sounds really cool. Kind of like a modern, exactly what it is, a high interest time deposit. And they understand the concept, if they're pitched it right, and they're all about it. And it's like, okay, well, how do I get some? Where do I go? To just hop on like an exchange like TD Ameritrade or E-Trade or Coinbase or something like that. Most of them don't even know what Coinbase is, but it's like, it's, you heard of MetaMask, and you get into that where I'm halfway tempted to do what you did, Liberty, and just kind of be like, all right, just I'll take care of it and kind of like be your broker and set it up for you, and then take care of it that way. Otherwise it's just like waiting for Staker to come out. So.
And maybe on the back end we'll have something figured out by then, right? So 2 years from now, you guys, go open your MetaMask wallet. I'm just going to send you your hex. I'm going to send you your cost basis, what you paid for it, and you guys deal with taxes. But I don't want to pay your taxes. I love you guys. We just don't want to deal with it right now. We just want, send me your $500 on Venmo. I'll put it in my account. I'm just going to send some of my own ETH, into a new wallet for them. And it was fun kind of making a moniker for each one, right? Like something like we all have our names, right? Cabana Crypto. Randy Hilarski made up the name Randy Hilarski. So you have an avatar, But what would I call my sister? What would I call my brother? What would I call my other sister? So it's kind of fun. We'll show them someday what it was. But I was like, guys, send it to me. We'll give you something back in 2 years.
Yeah, and it's easy to do with something like a Bitcoin or whatever, because it's so easily available. You just you grab a hard wallet and boom, you're done. Actually did it with my mom. Like, he's kind of, she's excited about it for as excited as she can be about investment stuff that she totally doesn't, or not entirely grasps. But yeah, I got her Bitcoin. So it's like, if it's that easy for that, I'd have no problem doing it. But if it's, setting up, MetaMask and stuff like that, and it's not direct family, it's like friends of friends or something like that, then it's like you're kind of getting into the weeds there a little bit, and then the taxes thing and all that. So yeah, the easier the better, and man, once it does get easier, I think it's gonna fly even faster.
One Heximofo responded in the chat on my question about good accounting. He said, why would you do good accounting and pay double gas? It's for others to end stake for you. If you do good accounting, you pay gas and have to pay again. Well, the reason I do it is just, so my future ex-wife doesn't see it, but no, I'm kidding. She'd kill me if she was standing behind me.
Guys, regarding the last topic, I have a standing rule. I don't help anybody do their crypto. You give them the tools and let them figure it out. I'm not paying anybody's taxes.
No. Hey, doesn't good accounting stop a taxable event from occurring though?
I would say yes. So I have a stake come in end of December, maturing, and I had that same thought. RG is like, well, maybe we put it in a good accounting for a couple of weeks. That way, well,
that's what I thought. I thought it was for that specifically.
Yeah, you're not minting your coins yet, so your transaction hasn't ended, right?
Yeah, there's no action on the blockchain then, right?
Yes.
There's no coins. So
that's because your coins are burnt. So when you stake them, they're burnt. They're gone. So really, the taxable event is when you unstake, when the stake comes, mature. So leaving it there and not using the good accounting feature, of course, is going to wreck your stack. But if you use a good accounting feature, it freezes it. However, you haven't actually taken possession of those coins. So what we thought in the beginning and what we were talking about from the beginning of the project was that that was stopping a taxable event.
I haven't seen what it looks like. So what are the fees when you do good accounting? Are they really minimal compared to minting your coins? Perhaps if you have if people out there have a really small stake, they could good accounting company. I mean, we'll see what it's like when we get there, but if you have some scragglers, 2,000 hex, 4,000 hex, and you let them all just kind of compile, and then at once you mint them all at once, it could be worth it a little more to pay a little more fees to mint your coins. I'm speculating. Colin Hexander says, bunch of crazy Virgos. So I guess we got a bunch of Virgos on the line.
Not me.
You're a goat. You're a goat, RG.
I'm a goat. I'm a 33 goat. 33 goat. That's it. 33 goat. Oh God. So did you? Are you guys? Is my sound horrible, or am I coming through all right? Because I can just hear it cracking and popping, and for some reason when I'm on the phone, it's horrible. Okay. But I mean, nobody has said yes that's fact. I mean, that's what I've always assumed, was that the good accounting feature was actually to prolong or delay a taxable event, because once you mint those coins, then you have taken possession of them, and that creates a taxable event. But I guess staking them could also be a taxable event. Is that also true?
Heximofo says, maybe do good accounting now until second layer fixes on gas come out. ZK Sync, etc.
Somebody else pop in the back room here. Yep, there's kinetics. Hold on a second. He's our tax guy anyway. So
tax man.
He's our insurance guy.
Yeah. And I think he's a closet. Anyway, there he is.
What's up, guys?
That's
he's in the pool.
Pirates.
What's happening there, Buccaneer?
Let's rip our shirts off.
Decided to stay in Augusta Springs tonight and take the kids to the hot springs.
Oh, Oh, so you're sitting in a naked hot spring
Yes.
on
You
stream?
guys want to see what's below the chest?
No, don't stand up.
All right, ban him. Shut him out.
No,
Put him in timeout.
no nip slips on Dlive. You're gonna get us kicked off Dlive.
We just lost the YouTube stream.
Oh.
Oh
So
boy.
what was this that we're talking about here with
We're-
taxes?
We were
You guys
talking
go
about good accounting feature stopping or prolonging a taxable event.
Yes. So from my understanding, from what I've watched, is that anytime that there's, from my studying on it, so I tested this just to make sure it worked the way I thought it did, and it does. It just lets it sit there without any penalties accruing, so you can let it sit there inevitably, and then when you do want to realize the gains, then you can unstake that and mint your coin.
So then technically it does. It prolongs the taxable event.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what I was hoping for. But then I've heard all these other things about just staking. Just staking is a taxable event, which I don't know how it would be, but whenever you transfer, I guess. Well, if you turn ETH into Hex, then that would be a taxable event, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I don't worry about those things.
Don't know. Well, it's going to start becoming reality pretty quick here, fellas. And hold on a second. I think we got somebody else coming in. Did we have somebody else coming in? No. Oh, Kinetics dropped out. There it is. Come on, man. I got the ability. It's all like,
That's my bad.
it's really
Don't-
cool
don't
being.
When you're doing StreamYard on your mobile phone, don't hit the back button. It backs you out of the program altogether.
I know you got to be, especially when you're running the show. You got to be real careful what you're doing because there's not much wiggle room there.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, Kinetics, the
So-
question was, I had a chance to, properly end stake, a sizable stake. It reached its maturity as 100%, progress. And I had that question, do we good accounting or do we, exit? Do we mint our coins? And so I haven't seen what it's like to do good accounting. And we know the taxable thing, we're delaying it. Do you know if the fees are going to be less when you do good accounting than actually end staking? Would it be
Nope.
minimal? Maybe more, maybe?
The actual fee to put it in stasis to good account it is actually less expensive than ending the stake, because as soon as you end the stake, then it goes through every day and calculates what your payout should have been for that day based upon the share rate for the previous days. So your good accounting is less to run, but you still have the fee of good accounting on top of the fee to mint your coins when it's done.
And then will it remain one stake? Like, let's say you have a small stake, right? 2,000 hex, and it's going to be pricey to close it out. And you have another one in good accounting. Do they combine or do they stay separate? So you have to exit good accounting on each stake.
You know what? I haven't actually tried two good accountings at the same time, but I guarantee you it's going to be line item just like all the other ones.
Yeah.
So it'll be individual per stake.
Yeah. So what I was thinking, if the fees stay high like this, all the small ones that I've made, I'm just going to good accounting them until the fees go down.
Yep.
That's exactly the play. I think that's the play is you just hold them until fees go down and then, pop them all at one time or whatever when the fees drop.
Middle of the day to early evening on Saturdays, man. That's the time to run it because that's when Asia's asleep and not clogging up the Ethereum chain.
Yeah, a lot of those were like little referrals, right? You had these small numbers and you just staked them without thinking about it. And then or even Bitcoin free claim, and now you look at them and you go, wow, it's going to be like $9 or $16 to take it out. And it's only worth $16. And you go, well, that's a waste of time. So maybe what Randy said was, just let them compile there until we have an answer, because you're not going to miss $16, or you're not going to care. You just leave it there.
It's a good lesson to be learned that your future stakes need to be for farther out in the future. any new stakes need to be all 5, 5, 5 and farther.
and larger, right? We need
and larger. That's right.
Larger. Yep.
Yeah.
None of these, all of these like really short ladder stakes are going to be trouble, man. So much trouble.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love Ryan. I've gotten along great with him, and I'd love to see him more of a presence of him talking about his experience with X. I see he's back a little bit to some degree, but man, I feel for that guy when those stakes start coming up, and you got 500 a day coming out. That's gonna get pricey real quick if this DeFi craze sticks around for very much longer.
And you have a good point too. Small one comes out, you just bite the bullet and just send it 15 years in the future. All right, maybe I didn't even break even. Maybe I lost $4 or something like that to send
maybe
it.
Maybe up front, but I guarantee the time future value of money it's going to be worth so much more in the future. I mean, not even accounting for the price appreciation of the coin at the time, but the actual amount of interest you're going to receive on that, especially if it's low as the percentage of coin staked right now and the percentage of return on the ROI on that is a huge compounding number every year.
Hexoshi in the chat says something about, interest and taxation. He says on a traditional bank CD, both the bank will send you a Form 1099 INT listing the interest income from the CD. So when we do cash in, Kinetics and I talked about this. I think the interest is automatically taxable if you restake your principal. We've kind of gone back. We've flip-flopped both ways. Was that a taxable event? You bought it for 0.00005 and now it's 0.0037. Do you owe taxes yet if you didn't convert that? But the interest happened. That goes in a different line on your tax form.
Well, absolutely.
But the stake didn't come mature yet, so that interest wasn't realized, was it?
Oh yeah, it was fully mature. It was just something I did. Like we were talking about special days, right?
What I'm talking about is if you still have the stakes that are staked, that interest is not realized, so that isn't a taxable. That interest isn't taxable. But if you do have a mature stake, then it's realized interest, right?
Well, the interest is taxable. What about the principal? If you restake your principal, it's hard to say. If it was a bond, that's one way of looking at it. If it's a stock, but as a CD, if you don't change it into a different currency, I don't think you had a gain at all. You just have 1 million units, and you still have 1 million units.
Because it's not money. It's crypto, and it's not.
That's right.
You didn't. I think that the definition is once you change one for another, it is a taxable event.
Because now, 2017, coins aren't like kind if it's a different one.
Yes, and I think that's what creates the taxable event is changing one coin to the other. I mean, in the real world, realization of interest is a taxable event, but I don't think that's the case in this situation here. I mean, it's new. It's brand new. There's never been, immutable, trustless interest gained on a crypto yet.
Yeah.
So, and again, this is not accounting. This is not a tax advice. Just for everybody out there.
No, we're just
call your
asking,
CPA.
We're just asking I don't think the fucking CPA knows.
You're right. I've talked to 3 different CPAs and I try to draw it on a piece of paper what I'm trying to say. You're right.
Well, until I can get to Puerto Rico, I'm playing it on the safe side. I'm paying taxes off of every piece of interest that I get, not the principal, because I haven't sold the principal. But if I'm cashing out the interest, as soon as you realize that interest, that's taxable income, guys. I know that for a fact. I've been talking with my accountant.
Motley Investor says we need to run another stream with Hexicans ready to buy. So, that's a good idea too. Going back to basics again, right? Bring some people along.
Yeah.
Well, it's tomorrow night after 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 5 o'clock. Is it 5 o'clock Central, 4 Eastern? When it's day 300 officially, it's time to buy a whole ETH worth.
Yep, everybody's buying it.
Is that what everybody's doing?
That's supposed to be the plan, man. It's supposed to be
Twitter.
day 300. The
Day
Spartans.
300.
Yep.
I'm down.
Holding that front line. That's why I couldn't claim my uni, is because all my ETH, I was waiting for it to come through for day 300.
And it's gone up anyway. The uni's gone up anyway, hasn't it?
It's worth a lot more than it was on that stream when everyone was dumping it and clogging up the fees. I couldn't even claim it because the fees were so high at that time.
Yeah. I mean, it was like it's like $5 right now, right?
Yeah.
It shot up there for a while. I mean, it just had that initial ramp because everybody thought people were just dumping, and then a lot of people held, and then it kept getting listed, and then finally the dump happened. But yeah, a lot of people sold early, but whatever. Like Victor says, free money. So
I think the price dumped because I think there's a few wallets tied to the OA that were getting rid of their coins.
Xtoshi says, yes, if you break even with the gas on an unstake, just restake it rather than taking the hit penalties. Hex is designed to go up. Trust Richard Hart.
I don't think that's unsound advice. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
I got a comment on a video, one of my videos today, saying, Randy, I can't believe that you trust Richard Hart. Like, what do you mean? I've been around since 2011. I've never seen the guy do anything bad in the community. I mean,
that's the thing that gets me. I don't understand what they're basing it on. They try to go back to his spam days. I'm sorry, that was how marketing was done in the early 2000s. That's not scamming.
Yeah.
That's
he was
spamming.
he was like the first spammer ever. I mean, to be like convicted. I mean, it wasn't even a thing when he got convicted of spamming. It was like,
a $500 fine.
Yeah, it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Hey,
and that's how
Danny,
you did it, because there was an 80% open rate on emails back then. That was the way that you marketed online.
Yeah.
and he was in his 20s. He was a young kid. Come on.
Dude, he retired at 23. Retired at 23. So he wasn't even early into his 20s when he was doing it.
I didn't start doing bad shit until I was almost 30.
Yeah, right?
Well, I wish I could say that, but no.
Hey, Danny into Win just subscribed monthly. So thanks, Danny. I know it's not my show, Danny, but I'll do the thanking for you guys.
Thanks, bro. I can't see the chat at all, so.
Me neither. So thanks for holding it down, Liberty.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah. So the Million Hex giveaway is getting heated up. We're getting a lot of people on the Wheel of Death. And, whoa.
That's a Holarski. I can hear it.
Is that a Holarski?
Like the
Where is that coming from?
I don't know.
What was it? Was it singing?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's my daughter has a sleepover. Sorry, it didn't even dawn on me that I was on mute. Yeah. Sorry about
We're
that.
like, where's that coming from?
I like to move it. Move that price. Buy some
Move the
Hex.
price up.
Yeah, buy your Hex next on day 300.
Oh,
I
that's
like
funny.
to move it.
We're going back to like the Richard Hart not trusting him.
Oh, there we go.
I find that very it's downright laughable to me, because why, if you were to design something,
Would you get your nipples off of the screen?
Hey, why do you love brands so much, but you don't like Kinetics' body? What's going on there, RG3?
What happened?
Because we're not supposed. They
make your
don't.
point, and then you start flashing everybody. So
I told you, freaking fools.
You guys are
can't
scared of
show
some
your-
man nips or what?
No, you can't do it on Dlive, is what I'm telling you.
Well, it's not like I'm like got an OnlyFans account that I'm
It
trying to push.
doesn't matter.
No. Not even in the hot tub, dude. I'm just chilling
No.
on Krypton hot tubs, bro.
No
Come on,
nips and no what do you call it? Torquing.
Oh, well, I will keep them under the water then, sir.
Hey, Dorsey ZY just received a 1-month subscription from Hextoshi. Thank you, Hextoshi.
Is he simping out there? So yeah, and so the Richard thing. So you look at the track record of Hex. So look at the track record of all the other DeFi projects right now, and the centralization and the exit scamming and the crap that the exchanges are pulling with it. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing, that has been one little hiccup, one little bump in the road, one little anything that Hex has had during this whole launch phase. Nothing.
and
All the way up to day 300.
yeah, and the point that I was like kind of in the middle of making before we got the nice flash from Kinetics is why would you shit wreck your own project that you've worked years on? So it's like I just don't get it at all. Aside from just unbridled, dislike for somebody. I mean, it's like politics here in the U.S. You're either on one side or on the other. It seems like, and other side bad. If you don't like them, no matter what they say, if they have good ideas, people won't like you because you've already been labeled. Same thing with the other side. You might have very good ideas there too, but a lot of people on the other side, just 50% won't like whatever it is, just because they will never, get onboarded, or they just have this outstanding hatred for you that will just not go away. So, we're not going to get those people, but the sea is huge, and as time goes on, people are going to see, and it's guys like the guys on this stream right now, and a lot of the people in the chat who have been in and who are in before big payday and who are in for staked out. Richard said it the other day. It's an IQ test.
Yeah, well, I explained it on the last stream, where what it is it's it's fear, and it's fear of the unknown, and they just don't know what we know. I mean, we spent hours and hours researching Hex, watching Richard speak. Now, there's something about sitting down and listening to somebody talk for hours and hours and hours about subjects, about a project, and you start to get little hints of their character and who they are, what they're about, what they're trying to accomplish, the things that they've done in the past, the things that they've done in their past, the things that they admitted to, their wrongs, and admitting that they're wrong. All those things. See, people that criticize Richard haven't seen what we've seen. We've actually seen him, criticize himself for being wrong about things, change his opinion on things, and other people haven't seen that, and they don't see the character that we've seen in him. So of course they just go with the fear of the unknown, and they say, well, I'm just gonna not like the guy, or I'm gonna shit talk him because I really don't know him, and I really don't know what he's all about, and I have never seen him really do anything other than some of the things that other people have said. So I mean, that's really what it boils down to, is education. And like Richard says, an IQ test. Hexicans, when it comes to Hex and it comes to Richard, we're fucking smarter than the rest of those people out there because we did the work. We did that. We studied. We learned. We did it, and they don't, and it's their loss. And yeah, we have to suck it up. We have to eat their shit, but that's all part of the game, and that's all part of being an underdog, and that's all part of it being really, really fucking sweet when they're all sitting there wrecked, and everybody in Hex has done well, like we have. And that's the thing, it's not like we're gonna see gains, like, oh, we're waiting for the gains. Everybody sitting in this freaking chat right now has fucking seen it. We've got huge freaking gains. Period. End of story. You know, so that's the real funny and ironic thing about it is that they're all talking about how you gonna get wrecked. I can't get wrecked. I'm already
up.
I won.
I'm already up.
I fucking won. If it never moves again, or even if it goes down another 50%, I'm still sitting good, fucks.
Yep.
And the interest is happening.
Exactly.
I mean, when you see that interest,
Even if the OA dumps right now, dumps
just
it
got-
to 0. Well, I've got stakes all the way out to 15 years, and I'm still getting paid more Hex. So even if Hex is only worth half what it is now, and I 80x my principal in 10 years, well, I'm still up by 40x. I mean,
Exactly.
the math is still
How
there.
bad is that? How bad is that? Oh damn! Got ripped off. 40.
Hey guys, looks like Ace all-time high just posted that Qcoin got hacked. It looks like for about 150 million on Twitter while you guys are talking. But they say that everything's safe. But there was already some huge transactions that people are catching on the Ethereum blockchain of tons of money leaving Qcoin. So
Wow.
Here we go. Get ready for a dump overnight.
Oh boy.
Well, going back to the point, whether it's a scam or not, I would put money on everyone in the stream except for tech difficulties here. I'm not sure who that is, but I'd put money on everybody in the screen right now. Did their freaking research before they put any sizable chunk of money into this investment. And most likely you guys have been listening since 2017, 2018 when he had first announced Bitcoin Hex as his project, that you've been trying to catch the little snippets every time he did a video. Like, okay, how is this thing going to work? And every time, that's a lot of countless hours that these guys are too lazy to put in before they call it a scam, which is so funny to me because recently there's that Bankless show, and they're scamming up the chat with all the DeFi projects, which are hot dog and sushi and all these other things that are going to get you wrecked. And then the very next episode, they bring up Hex getting the how many of the Hexicans, what a percentage of a scam coin are getting this food coin for free. And it's like, you guys did absolutely no journalism, but yet you got everybody wrecked trying to push this sushi business.
Yep.
D-Panic says, let's hope they dump into Hex. Also, thanks for the lemons, D-Panic.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Thanks for the donations, guys.
Dude, you guys are the best community. I appreciate you guys. You guys make it fun to come on and do this stuff.
Oh, by the way, what I was going to mention was Discourse Syndicate is getting ready to actually put out some gear. So we're going to put out some Discourse Syndicate wearable.
Hey, spam up the chat if you guys want to see some man nips.
Getting that on
some t-shirts. If you want some man nips on some t-shirts, we can help you out with that.
I got some people
on Dlive. I'm willing to hold
here that are
myself out for the
requesting.
t-shirt, bro.
You got people in the chat that are requesting man nips. So
I want the horse NFT.
No,
you know what?
Does Randy have a hammer? Can we put him in timeout? Eschatar says put a hexakini on Kinetics.
Hexakini?
Yeah, Eschatar said that.
You guys can't handle this.
Brissology says submerge those nips. Colin says Kinetics just needs some compliments and then the shirt goes on. Aww.
Keep feeding them to me, guys. I haven't hit my fulfill meter yet.
Little guy.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. And a bunch of jerks all at the same time.
Yeah, we love them.
Yeah, we got a great community here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the gear, RG. And you muted yourself, buddy. I don't know if you noticed that, but looking forward to the gear.
There we go.
Sorry, I should have told you when we were talking on the phone earlier today that I forgot to send that stuff to you, but I'll get it to you tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, what did you think of the design? You like that?
I think you guys are gonna like it. Well, I love it, but it doesn't matter what I think. It's the community that you deserve, not the community you want and what they're willing to pay.
That's a good shirt. These are specs. I like that. That'd be a great shirt.
Yeah.
These are prescription. They're my specs.
Dude, the first shirt that I'm gonna put on for the next show that we have made is Discourse Syndicate, and in quotations, this is not financial advice.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
The disclaimer was on the show the whole time. I don't know what you guys are complaining about.
Well, we ought to come up with some cool one-liners like the community you deserve. Litecoin's got some cool ones too. So yeah.
Yeah. It's just the toilet paper roll, bro. Just an
Toilet
empty
paper roll. Yeah, that would be a good one.
That would not be a good one.
And
You
then
guys gotta let that one go.
Man nips and toilet paper rolls.
you scam. You scam.
You a scam. You are a scam.
You are a scam.
Hey, that was a
Yeah.
good article. Do you guys see that article came out this week? They can't prove that Hex is a scam. Tried everything, every interview Richard's ever had, and final. Hey, it's not determined. We can't
Now
prove
that's
that
real
Hex is a scam.
journalism. That's objective journalism right there. If you put
Yeah,
the
that's
research in and you still can't come to that conclusion, and you're just leaving it to everyone else to come to their own conclusion, that's journalism.
Hey guys, I want to bring something up. We're at 13.7% staked right now.
Wow.
It's September 25th. I know
So
we were
what is that?
expecting.
Well, the staker class, the intelligent folks, the people that understand Hex, have already staked. And 500 million coins every day are being minted. So I mean, you're just going to see it continue to go down. The staker class is already staked, and
All I'm
what?
saying, we might
That's not bad.
4x our stacks, guys. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Well,
I mean-
so what does that put us at, Randy? Is that a 28% return right now, investment?
Yeah.
So
between
if your
20
ROI is 28% divided by 70, rule of 72, if we're going to go by that, which not financial advice, but if you
That's
continue that rate, if you continue that rate, what is that, guys? Less than 4 years and you double your stack, and that doesn't even include emergency end stakes. That doesn't include the compounding. I don't believe, if I look at it again, that's 3.5 years. So even if the value stays the same, or even if it goes down by a half of what it is right now, you're still up.
I just can't believe we were thinking that we might have 50, 60, 70% stake before big payday. It's looking like we might have 13% stake at big payday.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
glad
everybody
there's not a
who
lot of
has
smart people in crypto then, because I love these games.
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's going to be great if it does stay low. But I mean, I'm sure everybody out there, even all the staker class who's watching this, everybody's got a little liquid, or they got a little more liquid that they're going to put in, and I think that we're going to see some type of an increase, but I don't know how much, because I think pretty much everybody's probably staked out now.
Yeah.
Colin says
Well, we'll see.
bunch of dolphins and sharks just sitting back chilling. Isn't that
That's
the case? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And how many shark wallets do you have, and how many dolphin wallets do you have? Is really what's the question.
What?
We're moving up. We're getting closer to shark.
Well, I am being called by the kids. They want me to go dunk them in the pool, so it is time to do my dadly duties and go get on that. So maybe I'll catch up with you guys depending on how late you stay up. I know RG3 is an old man and he's piloting the ship tonight, so he may go to bed early. He may even pull over on the side of the road to go to sleep. We don't know. You just be safe. Be safe, old man.
Cheers. Have fun.
It's okay
Get
if
out
you
of
don't
here,
come
Nick.
back, Kinetic. It's okay.
Get out of
Love
here,
you
Nip
guys.
Slip.
You guys have
Love
a
you,
great
bye.
night. Talk to you soon.
Into the
It's
fire,
nice.
send in a couple ice creams, couple lemons. Thank you, Into the Fire. Into
Thanks,
the
Into the
fire.
Fire. Right on,
I
bro.
keep hearing his
No,
name every
can-
time you guys pick a name.
Yeah, he's got his name up there a bunch of times. Kinetics,
He does.
his wife cracked the whip is what really happened. So don't let him fool you. Hey, so if I get cut off here or something, Liberty, would you do me a big favor and make sure that you pick 3 names tonight so that I can put them up
All
on
right.
the list?
I'll do it.
If I get,
I've already
if I
written
get, if I get,
I've already written my name
You've
down
already-
twice already. No.
you guys are bad.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying, right?
Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
What else we got on here? The Hex logo. The moving Hex logo. Live.
So
nice.
who's in control of the stream? Who turns it on and who turns it off?
I am right now.
All right, just let it run until we all fall asleep.
I got it.
All right.
Yeah, just let it go. I'll be able to end up, turning it off eventually. Who's that with the Hex shirt on there?
Hey, you guys, can you
I
hear me?
can't read it. It's too small.
It says middle class
Yeah, who is
working
that?
man.
We got an Aussie here.
He's
Can
headless.
you hear me? Nah, sorry, guys.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I was trying to set this up, and no, it's, out of control, really.
We can hear you.
That's brilliant.
All right.
How do I sound?
Well, who the hell are you?
Oh, look,
You sound good, but you look like hell. I can only see your freaking chest.
look, I'm sorry. I'll probably try this again, but
Or is your-
yeah, just let me have a go.
No, we can see your
Yeah.
image. We can hear you talk.
We-
We just see who you are.
1 second. Just give me 1 second, guys. Whoa.
There we
There we go. Beautiful.
go.
There we
That's
go.
much better. What's up? What's up?
I thought you were trying to
My first
pull a
time on
fast
stream,
one on
actually.
us. Well, damn! What the hell's that? It looks like you're ready for a stream. That's for sure.
No kidding.
It took me a long time to get on, I can tell you that. It wasn't that easy. I did do old streams back in the day when back in YouTube days, but I haven't done any since. And this equipment's rusty. It's all old. I've got an old camera. I've got screens that flicker back and forth. The mic doesn't work properly. I don't know if you can hear me properly anyway.
Yeah, my new shit does that.
Tell us about yourself, middle class working man. How did you come to Hex?
Well, just like any other story, I suppose. I started following Richard, I suppose, and he's got good stuff to say, makes sense, yada yada yada, just like everyone else has came on stream before. And then I just put $1,000. That was really it, and then see what happens. I liked what I saw, put a little bit more, and before you know it, it's like 80% of my portfolio now. It's a joke.
Nice.
Nice.
Welcome to the family.
Well, thank you. But I've been in crypto for a little while. When I say in crypto for a little while, I was piss poor, didn't put much money anyway. I think in 2012 I heard about Bitcoin, and this was on the radio by some celebrity on the radio, and it's just, it was $20 back then. And then they watched $20 go to like $200, and I don't know if they sold it or whatnot. And then that got me really interested at that time. I was in school. I don't know if anyone was in Bitcoin back then, where if you run the QT wallet, you will double click the exe file, the balance will show, and then if you go back the next day, the balance will be 0.
Ouch.
And then you try again, and the balance will come back, and then it just goes back and forth. So you don't know if you've got the money or not.
Yeah, it's always been nerve-wracking. We were talking earlier about pushing that emergency end state button for the first time. Anytime in crypto you click on anything, it's nerve-wracking. And that's why I think it's so hard to onboard people, because every time I've taught somebody how to send a transaction, they've literally just freaked out about it, And I gotta admit that even every time I send a transaction or I'm doing things too fast, I sometimes go, oh shit, what did I just do? Wait a minute, did I send it to the right place? Okay, yes, okay, right wallet, right currency, right wallet, okay. So I mean, it's one of those things about crypto that is like, it's nerve-wracking. And some people that are new, they don't get it. It's like, oh shit.
Look, even me. Look, I got a story last week or a couple weeks ago when Big Kirkowski was doing the football parlay thing, or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
I was going to join it, and I sent my Hex, and I ended up sending it to the Binance Ethereum address, because when I copy and pasted it, it didn't lift it off my clipboard. And Randy, your ETH, not your ETH, but your Hex didn't arrive yet. And I'm like, yeah, it should be. It says it's there. I looked at the thing, and he's like, oh no, that's the wrong address, bro. I don't know where you send that. It was the Binance ETH address.
Oh shit.
So even
back.
those of us who've been doing this for, 8 years or whatever, or 6, 7 years, we make mistakes too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what was it that guy like a few months ago that sent all that ETH accidentally to some contract address or something?
Gone forever.
Yeah. It was like $3 million. Yeah, it was a shitload of ETH. It was bad. I think he actually recovered some of it. I think somehow, some way, they went in and got some of his ETH back. I don't know what happened, but I know that it was a significant amount, and it was like a drunk send or something. And he hit the wrong address or something, and bam, a whole bunch of it gone. Why you'd send that much while you're drunk, though? I don't know why.
Don't drink and do crypto.
Damn.
Yeah,
You'll end
don't
up
drink
with
and send crypto.
Or you'll end up with shitty bags.
shitty bags. Yeah,
Just
I
waiting
wonder.
for some guy. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, keep going.
I wonder how much is actually sitting in the Hex, the contract address, because I know that there's a lot of people that sent ETH there. I mean, how much ETH is sitting there? Because I know a lot of people sent ETH there.
Somebody check it out. I know because you can see it right out in the ETH Explorer. Or
Oh, you can actually see it?
yeah.
I get. Oh, and it's just gonna sit there forever and ever and ever.
I did that one too. I mean, I made that mistake too. that was a 2017 mistake. I think everybody goes. Yeah, we all have to learn.
Yeah.
I
Well,
tell
it's
people all my mistakes equal a nice big house.
Every once in a while, you get like just nervous. You know, I remember having a big pool party for I think it was Easter. I had all my family over, and I went in at 4:00, my time, to go ahead and put some more ETH in the adoption amplifier, and I couldn't log in, and I didn't know what was going on. It's like invalid login, and I was just panicking. I was like, where are all my 170 stakes or so? I can't get in. That was one. And then just doing my sister's stakes the other day. Did them real quick, left the house, went to the golf course, and I came back, turned on my computer, and all the confirmations came in. But they came in one after another. Confirmation 301, confirmation 302. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, did I get hacked? But it was just my computer was, 5 hours behind telling me, hey, your confirmations went through. And you log in and they're all there. And you're like, whew, they're all there. Good. Pretty funny.
This shit is stressful.
Doing free claim Bitcoin back on day one, I was like, okay, I'm verifying or I'm signing my thing, and all these Bitcoin, please don't disappear, please don't disappear, please don't disappear, and they didn't. They were still there. It was pretty cool, and we had a ton of Hex and been here ever since. And this place is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, one of the issues I had the other day was, when we did all the uni drops, I switched wallets. Going through all the wallets that I was claiming the uni on, and then I went back later to my stake. I go to look for my stakes, and they were all gone. I'm like, what the fuck? My stakes. So from a moment there was like this panic. It's like someone fucking hacked me. Oh shit, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm just on the wrong wallet. And then I switched the wallets, and then nothing came up. It was like cheap. It was dead. It was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And then finally it recycled again, and then I got my stakes to come up. But it was like, there was a little bit of a panic there for a minute,
Yeah, you'd be the poorest host on the poorest Hex host, with no Hex, trying to keep up a good face. Yeah, I got all this Hex, but you really don't. You're like, oh shoot, I have no.
If I lost my stakes, you wouldn't see me on the show. It would be bad. No. That's why I rarely even turn that computer on.
He's like, I moved to Puerto Rico and everything, and I have no taxes to avoid.
I have no tax problem.
Charge me 80% on nothing is nothing.
Yeah. Oh, don't even think of that. I don't even want to think about that.
But here we are, month 11. We're still here. And everything's working like clockwork.
It's almost here. I mean, what? I cannot wait. It's like freaking Christmas, man. It is like, oh, it's better than Christmas. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. And we're doing a 24-hour.
What's everybody doing for Big Payday?
We're gonna be doing a 24-hour stream. Me and Hexo. I know that.
I'm going to Good Texture's house.
Oh boy.
Okay, no, I'm not.
And get shot in the head.
Get shot in the head. Yeah.
Day after Steam.
You said that on freaking the show. We don't say that name on the show. Man, bunch of pirates.
I'm not the guy in charge.
You guys are a bunch of pirates. That's all.
Yeah, I'll be. I don't know where I think that'll still be in San Miguel de Allende at that time, somewhere in Mexico. Not sure where.
What day is the 19th anyway?
I think it's a Thursday.
A Thursday. Okay.
Don't quote me yet.
All right.
It's Thursday.
It is a Thursday.
Yeah.
It is a Thursday in the middle of the fucking week. Okay. All right, that's gonna be fun.
What's a weekday, weekend? They just all melt together.
I know.
What did Hexo decide? Is he doing 12 hours before and 12 hours after, or 16 and
we
16
talked
and 8?
about it. We talked about it a little bit, and he wants to be able to be on stream and watch before and then after, because he wants to see who's unstaking and what's happening to the price and all that. He wants to be on stream during all that.
Might have to do a 36 or a 48.
Yeah, oh, shit. 24,
Well,
24 is an ass kicker. I mean, guys, 24 hours, that was a fucking dog. I mean, I was beat to shit after that.
I remember because I went to bed and then you were still on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" He like stayed on the whole time with Hexo. I was like, "You guys are troopers, man."
Oh, it was
epic. It was epic. It was it just brought this whole community together. That was the fire that lit the storm. I remember Hexo's first couple things. He was kind of struggling with his first couple shows, and we became endeared to Hexo. But that was the one. That's where we met RG. That's where we met Funding Jim. A lot of good people in that first one. And I think this next one will be a lot easier because you have probably 8 or 10 hosts. You know, Coffee can take over for a while, RG for a while, Hexo for a while. I mean, we're so much bigger than we used to be.
Yeah.
I remember how much pain I was, and I was only on it for like 3.5 hours. My back was killing me by the time I got off. I'm like, Hexo's doing this for 24? What?
Yeah.
Hey guys, someone posted $88,000 worth of hexes in the origin address. Stuck.
$88,000?
Contract address, yeah.
Ouch.
Colin Road, Liberty, he's behind you. That's pretty funny.
That's a lot of hex, man.
Yes,
what is that, like 25 million or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
20, oh, my goodness. Wowzer. Oh, that's broken hearts right there, guys. That's just broken hearts right there. Ouch.
You know, one thing I tell people is, this stuff happens repeatedly. You're going to make mistakes, but I've always rebounded every time I made a mistake. Every single time I made a mistake, I always find a way to make the money back. And so, you know, if something does happen like that in your life, and I'm not just talking about crypto. If anything like that happens, you lose everything. You can start again. I mean, there's been a couple times I lost everything and got it all back. So,
yeah, that's true.
Hex has been the great redeemer. That's for sure. If anybody got wrecked in 2018, you know, I mean, if you got yourself into Hex with what you had left over, you probably did pretty well.
Yeah.
David Morales says he's going to the Miami party.
I think the Miami party's been postponed. I think Hexo even got his money for his tickets back.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm kind of bummed about that is love to meet a bunch of you guys in person, and a lot of guys that we've socialized with over the past 6 months or so. It's one day we'll be able to do it. But
yeah, we're gonna have to have a big
such an event. So
I think like once all this pandemic crap blows over, a cruise would be cool. If we all went on a cruise, the cruise ship.
No, that's bad. If you want to kill all the OGs all at once, it's all into one boat.
Well, it'd have to be after all this is over with, of course.
We'll take turns on below deck. We'll take turns on below deck. Here come more Hexicans.
Yeah.
John, when I get over to Europe, I'm gonna have all kinds of meetups. I just love it. Meetups are so much fun. I'm talking about 10, 20 people having beers, hanging out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, me and Liberty got to get a California one here together pretty soon.
Okay. All right. If you insist.
Yeah, we got to get something going on here. I might lose you guys. I'm getting ready to go through this wicked canyon going off from Palm Springs here.
Ballet Brand says Titanic 2.0.
Instead of gold, it's a whole bunch of hex.
And nobody has a cell phone. Not a cell phone in sight. They know better. Mexicans know better. Leave your cell phone at home.
If it was a pirate ship, it would be a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a Caribbean cruise on a pirate ship. That'd be fat.
Yeah, we have one docked out here, right off where I live. Pirate
That's
ship
what I'm
always
looking
there.
for. That's what I'm looking.
Yeah, you know where I live, RG. It's always sitting there in the harbor, and looks pretty cool. They do tours all the time, just to take pictures. You come down, take some pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
that could be a kick.
Where is this, Liberty?
I'm not telling.
I'm not telling you where I am anyway.
I don't mind telling you offline.
One of my favorite places to travel here in Panama is to go over to the Caribbean side, to Portobello, where Captain Morgan sacked the Spanish town. He sacked it twice, so he was a buccaneer, which is a semi-pirate, but it was still pretty cool that he sacked it. Yeah, RG's in the middle of the canyon now.
Hextoshi gifted a 1-month subscription to David Morales 42.
I think my subscription's coming up too. I need to redo mine pretty soon.
Yeah, I got my first one from Brian Magruder. I was very thankful.
It's just buying the lemons because I buy them. I actually use crypto to buy them.
Yeah.
I hate doing that.
Hey, Ryan's in the chat. Good to see you, Ryan.
Ryan Lopez.
Ryan 4PZ. Yep.
Yeah, we lost RG, so he'll be back in a minute. But the stream's still going, so wait, let's see. Let me make sure.
Oh, we should meet in Vegas. They have a Buccaneer ship there too. Hextoshi gifted a subscription to Cabana Crypto.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
There you go.
Gracias.
You guys ever been to a Gasparilla in Tampa?
Yep. It's a good time.
Oh my God. Forget Mardi Gras.
The ladies approach you. They're like, hey, what's your name?
You sure the ladies?
Yeah. We're with the ladies.
Dude, that was a good old time. I mean, I lived there for 3 years, every year, just going out, finding friends that got boats. And you'd be out in the harbor there. Everyone's jumping from boat to boat. It's a blast.
Yeah, that festival, that's something.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's like Mardi Gras, but a pirate celebration. Everyone's dressed up as pirates and hags and all that. It's just crazy, man.
It's a good time. I was out there for a Buccaneer game too. They played the Raiders. I was watching my Raiders play out there.
Yeah, I used to work at the hospital just around the corner at St. Joseph's, and on Sundays, the Buccaneers games, whenever they score a touchdown, they fire off the cannons.
That's awesome.
We always knew the score. We know how many points the Tampa had all the time. Okay, sorry. We're not allowed to talk sports here.
What are you talking about? I'm watching Tampa Bay right now. Come on, boys. Let's go.
All right.
We had Chucky.
No, Lightning hockey.
All right. Oh, that's right. They're in the finals.
Oh yeah, trying to win in overtime here. I'm a Lightning fan. I have been for forever. I got family there too. So
I was friends with Pat Jablonski. He used to be their goalie back in the
oh
day.
heck yeah,
Yeah, we used to hang out.
with Blue too.
He was a good guy, man. He's an insurance agent now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally know the name because I'm like an NHL fanboy. So that's cool.
It seems like a lot of those guys, after they, I know we're going off track here, but a lot of those sports guys, they go into sales positions when they get out because they do so well because of their name. They walk up to somebody, hey, you want to buy this from me? I'm so-and-so. They're like, oh, fuck yeah, man, dude, cool.
There are like a lot of car dealerships I've noticed. And, I guess that's more NASCAR. But, I mean, even in North Carolina, I've, got some family there. And it's like famous driver dealership.
Yeah.
Or, it's like, wow.
John Elway. He's got a dealership, right, in Denver.
Max it out. Yeah.
You remember John Elway? He's got a Denver dealership.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
D-Raj Moore says, middle class working man, you wait for a chance to speak, you won't get one. Speak up like a pirate. They're calling you out. They're calling you out, middle.
Oh Jesus! No, I haven't done this for a long time, but
we're glad to have you.
Look, it's good to be I suppose at least just to see everyone at least, and the usual.
Yeah, your camera calmed down.
Not here.
Your camera. Oh, there it goes now. But it was doing the zoom a lot. Now your camera calmed down.
I've got a very very old slow camera, so as soon as it changes, it
camera
loses focus. It picks something up, and it just
camera
keeps
B.
moving. There you go.
That's cool.
A very old camera.
I just love doing the live streams. It's just a way to get to know the community and help people out a little bit, calm nerves, let people know everything's going to be all right. It's just that with Hex, we've had very short bursts of time where it was difficult, but most of the time it's been positive. So
you were epic on Uniswap night, Randy. You just were in such a great mood. That laugh that you did that laugh after everything you said. You were so giddy. I'm gonna get up and dump my uni. That was awesome. You guys were just like, why are we doing this? Why are we on the stream? We got things to do.
As soon as you said that, I just got out.
Yeah. I
could have lost a few viewers.
Yeah. That was a great stream.
It's going to go down in history as one of my favorite moments. I've had some good ones, but that was one of my favorite. Because I figured it out when I was on Hexo's show, right? I saw the tweet and then I put it on in the comments, and Hexo was like, "Oh yeah, right. What's this uni thing? I'll check it out later." And as soon as Hexo's show got done, I went and claimed mine. I was one of the first people to claim them, right? But then I had to wait till after our show was done to sell them. So
I think you broke the news to the community actually live, right?
I think so.
Yeah, on Hexo's show. And then we did the discourse thing. Someone made a comment that the coins were worthless. So I wasn't even going to bring it up. And then in the comments, someone saying, oh, these unicoins are worth like $250 each. We're like, what? Say that again? $3 at the time. Yeah, it was nice.
Historically, every airdrop I've been a part of, it's been better to get out. BCH 1-for-1 with each Bitcoin.
I see everything
was like $2,600 a BCH, and then BSV. I still don't know how to get out of BSV, but you get a bunch of those, and now Uni, and every time these things drop, it's like it seems like it's the right thing to dump. Uniswap made sense though because we were waiting for the coin of Uniswap. Right, people thought it was Unipower or whatever, but it wasn't. All these fake things. So
maybe that's what they meant. Maybe they thought it was Unipower that we received, and they checked the wrong price.
Yeah,
because if I would have dumped right after Hexo's show, I think I would have got it like $4 at the time. It was like right when it first started, so I would have gotten a much higher amount. But whatever. That's
your realized gain, though. That's a good thing. It digs right into how much real dollars you've put into Hex. It's just nice just to subtract that right out. None of us did though, right? I did 10 years, 12 years on my uni, turned it into Hex. That's just the sickness. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, if you look traditionally going back, it was the first couple hours, everything takes a huge dump. So we have this in our minds. And I would like to know what the percent, was it Binance that was buying up all the tokens? Because they now own a large amount and they have a voting share where they can control now. So was it them that was buying them all up because they want their competition? They want to be able to vote on their competition's platform? I'd be interested to know how much they had at the beginning of that day and how much they had later, what percentage. It's like it's so sad to see that Binance owns a large percentage of Uniswap.
They know they're going down anyway. If no one's going to use a centralized exchange in the future and everything's going to be decentralized, I think it just makes sense that if you want to have some form of control or just I suppose to diversify a company, if you like, and you just put your money everywhere. I suppose you see where the trends are and you just put your money there, and you survive, I suppose. But that's where it kind of sads me the most, though, because you get all these centralized. I can't remember which stream it was. I think I can't remember, back probably about a week or two ago, where they're talking about exchanges were going to be the future banks, or banks are going to buy them, under the table. We don't know what's going to happen anyway, and if they end up owning everything, that's going to be sad, because whatever. You know how it's like when you vote for a politician and you think he's completely independent when they're not. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Look what Kraken did last week. I mean, they went and formed their own bank.
That's awesome.
Serial Pest. I think it was that awesome.
Serial Pest says BCH went up in value in relation to BTC. Yeah, but the point is BCH went down in value compared to BCH. So that was let's see, who else is in the chat? Someone asked talk about the 300 day 300. Can you guys talk about day 300? Hextaker said that. So it's not my project. Does anyone know what the goal of day 300 is?
They just want everyone to go in and buy some.
What's the implication?
I have no idea. I'll do it. I'll probably buy 0.0. I don't have much ETH right now, so I'll buy something just so I can did it. That's about it.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like a price momentum thing for Hexicans to see if you can make a mark, I think.
Well, we did that with Uni.
Exactly. The fire burned on that day.
for 5 days.
Oh man, that was glorious.
How many candles in a row was it on the daily? I think it was 6 or 7 on the daily. Yep. Because it was 2 greens before that even happened, I believe, something like that. And we had 6 or 7 daily candles.
Doug V says only 514 million hex expiring on big payday, 2.55 billion on the 20th November. So that's something to expect.
2.55 billion. So you're telling me that only 5 days worth of the AA is coming out on that day?
That's what Doug V says.
I don't think that's going to, okay. So the price might dip some, but it's not going to dip as much as we think. I don't think. Well, people are thinking.
I mean, you got people that are end staking on November 19th, right? They might miss completely. And then you got November 20th. I mean, we haven't thought it through. I guess some people had thought it through that November 20th would be an end date, but and then back then we didn't have the calendar function. So we were guessing, right? You're 350 days, 370 days. And then you'd have to pull out your calculators and count, there's 31 days in that month, 30 days in this month,
I think
what day does that fall on?
I'm just going to pull a Johnny, because Johnny Chaos said that he's just going to ride it out and not play the game. I might put some stink bids in just in case it does dump somewhere, maybe on bitcoin.com or, you never know where some of these, how it's always the obscure exchanges where the book gets wiped out. So, we got lots of exchanges to put some stink bids on. You might end up with $1 million for ETH or something. You just never know.
I'm not sure the last time it happened, but Kraken's had some really crazy wicks over the years too.
Yeah. I think the most recent one, I don't know if it was Kraken, but the one that had someone picked up a whole bunch of ETH at $4. Stink bid, and it went all the way. It wicked down. They got a bunch of ETH and right back up to $200 or something.
Wow.
Yeehaw!
Someone mentioned it's not day 300. Yeah, so you have to remind yourself day 300 ends at the end of tomorrow. So, it's 5 o'clock my time. Everyone knows what time the day ends. So, do your ETH the day, tomorrow after the day ends.
Okay. Is this supposed to be in the lobby, or is it supposed to be on the exchanges?
Not specified, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's Hexo's thing, I think. So
we all have our reasons for using either.
Yeah. Even right. Hexo went in 2 days early.
So Hexo's interviewing Richard tomorrow, right?
No, that's canceled.
Oh, it got canceled?
Yeah. Richard said he can't do it, but he'll do it in the coming days. He just has some stuff to do.
He's just, the less he gets on, it's like it's so much more powerful, right? We used to hear him 2-3 times a week back in 2015 and 16, and now it's like gold when he comes on. We're like, wow, Richard's on. We haven't heard from him in 30 days or 40 days. I mean, the last one was all about Uniswap. The one before that stream was incredible, 5-hour stream, which is great content. So,
this last one, he was giddy as hell though. He was like me, because he had a big old payday from Uniswap as well.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh, that whole thing, he was like, yeah, whatever. This is awesome. What a great day. Look what I gifted my Hexicans.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I was so happy. Everybody was. And the people that didn't get any, I did feel bad, but what can you do? Not everybody's going to. It's only 250,000 wallets that received the Uni. If you think about how little that is, it's not very many people. And then how many people have multiple wallets like RG and Hexo? You're talking 5, 6, 7 wallets each. So I'm sure there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I think Litecoin had a couple.
Just a couple. That's why he hasn't shown up.
We're not going to see him for a while.
He's in Cabo San Lucas right now, chilling back with a margarita.
Good for him.
Or something. Yeah, I can't wait to get to Mexico, guys. I can't wait to get out of this joint. Get me out of
Europe at some point?
I'm in Panama right now. We're going to Mexico for 6 months, and then we want to go to Europe. We're trying to go to Europe. We wanted to go there originally, but just due to the lockdowns, we just didn't want to risk it, and I didn't want to spend a winter in Czech Republic. That's not my cup of tea. I lived in Western New York my whole childhood and everything. I'm tired of snow, so I really didn't want to spend a winter in Czech, even though I love it there and we've been there for the cold. I say, you know what? Let's go to Mexico and ride this thing out, because down there, or I should say up there, they're not really dealing with the mask thing. I can go to the beach, take my son to the beach. Here, the beaches are still closed. They just announced it today. For the foreseeable future, the beaches will be closed. Are you freaking kidding me? The beaches have been closed for 7 months. Why would the beaches be closed? So we just can't wait to have our freedom back and do what we want to do. So, yeah. But then Europe, gotta get to Europe. Looking forward to that, because there's so many Hexicans that are over there. Some people that we know really, I saw Peter that was on the show the other night. He's in Slovakia, so he'll only be a couple hours away from me once I get there. So it's a good place to be for crypto, and they're coming out with some laws. Did you guys see the news about that? Europe is
about to say, did anyone read those papers?
Yeah. Have you read anything about it?
I think there was did follow a couple of people on stream on YouTube, at least. They were talking about just a bit of a summary, at least. But I think the biggest takeaway, I think it won't happen for at least another 18 months.
Oh, okay.
So I think it has to be voted upon, or one of those things.
Well, hopefully it's not an EU thing. I still believe in sovereignty for each nation, so they should each individually make up their own rules.
I think it's for the entire EU, but my problem is, if you've got one that's, kind of going, and then, America goes, okay, no, that's a good one. We'll take it. Take a page of that, or maybe take the whole book. That's actually not very good.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't see the former Eastern Bloc nations following those rules. because you see people like Czech. The reason why I like Czech is because they kind of give the EU the middle finger, even though they're part of the EU. When it comes to cryptocurrencies and stuff, they're like, look, we've been under communism. We don't want to deal with this shit again. So they're kind of reluctant to agree to those terms. So that's why I like the Eastern Bloc. Even the former Yugoslavia,
Budapest,
Slovakia, Budapest, even Austria was pretty cool.
Yeah, Austria was.
Yeah, we love Austria. We have some friends there. They've got the Bitcoin embassy there. So there's some cool stuff happening in that part of the world. Central Europe, East. I wouldn't live in Western Europe. No freaking way. You couldn't pay me enough. Couldn't pay me enough. I'm not living in France or UK or anything like that. No thanks. So, sorry guys. I divest. I always go off on these little tangents.
You know what? Captain's not here. We can do whatever the hell we like.
Yeah, exactly.
Well said.
But the new regulations that are coming, even though I'm an anarchist, I don't follow any rules really. For people who are in crypto, there's a lot of people that do follow the rules, like you guys were talking about taxation earlier. That's fine. I mean, do whatever's in your area, do as the Romans, right? So,
yeah, just staying out of jail. It's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, and I don't know how everyone's doing their own accounting, but just the spreadsheets. Take the time to write down how much you spent, how much gas you spent, things like that. I mean, all of it will come out later. If you could show, if the United States is your government, hey, IRS, I'm trying. Look at this spreadsheet. This is what I think I spent for this. This is what I think it cost me to go ahead and get it out. Here's my profit. Tell me what I owe you.
Yeah, but the U.S. isn't even the craziest. The craziest, I think, right now is Spain. Spain will just, man, look what they did to Shakira, to Messi, the football player. They just like torture people for taxes.
Yeah, Children of the Grave says Portugal, same thing, right?
Yeah, well, Portugal's pretty free.
Yeah, I was about to say Portugal's pretty free, isn't it?
Yeah. They're very similar to Czech. They kind of do their own thing. I know they're Western Europe, but they're like the little stepchild down there no one pays attention to, and you can get away with a lot in Portugal. I know a lot of people live there. A lot of crypto folks live there. It's a good option, and they have a really good digital nomad visa for those of you guys who are looking to expatriate and go to another country. They have a golden visa, which means you just pretty much pay for it, or a passport or something like that. So.
I told my wife, let's go to Puerto Rico, and she goes, no, I'm going to get a new kitchen. So now we're under construction for like 5 weeks now, going on 6 weeks. I'm like, you kidding me, lady? Let's just dump this house. And
we're dumping everything. We gave everything away. I mean, my couches, the table that we're using right now, the TVs, everything, we just gave it away. And we got 5 days left in the house or the condo here, and we're out, gone.
How was the Suegra's visit? How was the mother-in-law's visit? She took what she wanted?
Oh, man, everything. I'm like, where are you going to put this shit? Seriously, a tiny little place. Where are you going to put all this? My TV's like a 47-inch or something like that, and it's not huge. I know a lot of people have huge ones, but for her tiny little apartment, it's going to be the whole wall.
Exactly.
You can be blind in there.
Well, she's expecting you to send hex gains back. Keep sending those hex gains back to mama.
The only thing that we didn't get rid of was our truck. We got a VW, and we're going to give it to one of my friends to drive for the next couple of years until we make a decision if we're ever coming back. So that's the only thing we kept. It's crazy. We were just discussing this today. All the stuff that you accumulate in your life, and if you buy a house and you just keep packing more and more stuff. We've been married almost 10 years now, so all this stuff just piles up. And you're like, man, what am I going to do with it? So I say, let's go for a couple of years and not own anything and see what it's like to just travel around. If things get hot in one jurisdiction, bounce, get the hell out. Like if this crypto thing, think about it. Look what Europe did when they changed these rules, and your website has to have all these safeguards for Europeans now. That's a pain in the butt. And if you own a business and it's a digital business, you got a website, you have to follow all these. I can't remember what the name of the rule was, but you got to go through it all, and you got to have your website up to code to be able to operate in Europe. And now they're talking about making their own rules for digital currencies. Holy crap. So what if we go over there, then after a year they say, well, if you're dealing with digital currencies, you have to sign up with the government, or you have to have a pass to be able to get on these websites. If you have a VPN, we're going to flag you, those kind of things. And, the stuff to think about. Just trying to have some foresight here. But if you don't own anything, you can just pack up and leave.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm going to Thailand. Get out. Going to Bali. There's a guy named No Bad Capitalist. I don't know if anybody watched it in the chat. If you know what I'm talking about.
I follow him.
Yeah, he talks about
value.
You got to get a multiple passport or at least residencies in other countries, just so that things do get rough. You can go. It's really easy for those guys in the U.S. to get the Mexican residency, at least the temporary one. You got to re-up every year for up to 4 years, or you can just get the permanent, which is you pay more money, but you get a full residency. So that one's good. Portugal's really easy to get. Czech Republic, Estonia. Serbia is another easy one to get. I watched a video from a guy who just got his in Serbia. Macedonia. I just saw some of these guys, you probably never even heard of them before, but but it's good to have, man. Get that residency card and a passport if you can, just because we don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of years. We're in one of those times where we can't see past 6 months. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen in 6 months. So,
doesn't matter. Serial Pass says, break out the captain's rum. They want a mutiny. Captain's gone.
Yeah, if he's not here, they can't get their treasure box either. That's going to be a mutiny.
Did they ever dump that? Did they ever empty that?
Yes. I think he did on Wednesday night. I wasn't on the show, but he did it on Wednesday, I believe. So, Cabana, you got the ladies on tomorrow, eh?
Yeah, man. Thanks for the help shilling.
Yeah.
But you might know one of them.
Yeah, my wife's going to be on tomorrow with them.
Yeah,
what time's that going to be?
It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern. So
that's our
we
time.
got Australia, United States, Panama, and Canada. Female representatives of the Hex community on, and just talk, Hex, how they got into it, what they're thinking. I'm really curious just as their perspective. Obviously, we've had active members in the community like Annette and things like that, putting together, movements like the, add Hex to page 1 and things like that. But it is, by and large, it feels like a 95% dominated space by men. So it'd be cool to really get a take from, our lady community members. And I know we have a ton on Twitter. I didn't realize that until I really started, focusing specifically like on a Hex list kind of thing and really getting into it. I'm like, holy crap. We got not just a ton of great content creators and commenters, and there are a ton of guys and gals on Twitter that we don't see on stream, and they do great memes. They provide valuable comments on each other's tweets and questions. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. So
I just think we need coming from the Steam community where we had a bunch of women. I think it just makes it more peaceful and friendly atmosphere. That's how it was in Steam. So I'm also seeing that in Hex, because if you look at a lot of cryptos, it's just a sausage fest, right?
Yeah.
And it truly is, especially when you get into the privacy coins and things like that, which I'm happy to be part of. But I don't I don't spend any time in the telegrams because it's just not enjoyable. But at least in ours, we have a nice mix. Even if it's just 10%, I'm thankful for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And a lot, I'd say, just based upon my, casual observation, most are Bitcoin maximalists, females I'm talking about. And I've noticed a group of XRP, army ladies as well. But those are the main two that I've noticed personally. I mean, you guys can, let me know your feedback on that, but definitely Bitcoin, a lot of maximalists out there, as far as the ladies are concerned. But what's really cool and what I really, I'm looking forward to discussing is, why Hex? Obviously we know the reasons, and but I really want to hear their takes on that and a whole bunch of other things Hex related tomorrow. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I think the one that brought everybody in, the ladies in, were the social media platforms. See a lot of the crypto social media platforms like Uptrend, Steam, Hive. You'll find a lot more females on those platforms, and using those coins, just because it's not all about the coin, it's about the content. So they're happy to use those. Apex is the other big one that I'm part of, and so there's a nice mix. But when it's just about the coin, when it's just about economics, numbers, trading, just most women aren't attracted to that, unless you got the girls that are on Twitter just trying to get the retweets and
Instagram. I just don't understand that, like the selfies and stuff. And it's like, what are you doing? I don't get it, like, at all. I mean, I do, because I guess if your market is, talking to 98% dudes, like Motley Investor just commented there, he thinks it's 98%, which you're probably right, bro. But yeah, if you're speaking to dudes and you're throwing up selfies on Instagram, I guess,
it's a shallow pool. It's so easy to get followers. These guys are desperate.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a spot on comment there, because you have, say the content value for, what some of these women provide, which I would argue, and I'm not being sexist, I think it's a lot of it's flat out horrible, because it's kind of just shallow, kind of what you're saying there. It's just like selfies, and like there's no real value there, but you're getting followers and likes because of your sex.
Yeah.
It's like, so it makes me really appreciate the ladies that get in there and are like, they can talk crypto, like real crypto, not just like throwing up, a picture of themselves in the mirror or something and say, oh, Bitcoin up today. No, they understand interest and staking, and that stuff's cool, man. So
yeah, it's a big
got it, you flaunt it, right?
There's a huge YouTuber that lives here in Panama. She's a gamer, and we like to make fun because she's got her check mark and she's got her couple 100,000 followers. She makes a killing on YouTube, but it's when she plays games, she's just sitting there in her bikini bouncing around. She's not even really playing, and she's making a killing. She probably makes 150,000 a year.
Hey man, good for her.
God bless her.
That's awesome. And she figured out a way to monetize herself. And the Twitter girls too. If you see them, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to crypto events, but the girls get tons of attention, tons and tons of attention at crypto events. Yeah, there's a reason why.
Where the money is.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why Roger Ver always hires the girls in the bikinis to represent BCH at the events.
That's trade show 101, right?
Yeah. Man, I can't believe how are we going to have events again? Are we ever going to be able to do it? It's crazy. These online events just don't cut it for me. I like to see people in person.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like a cool way of recognizing that certain work functions are possible online, but yeah, I'm totally over it. And it was like, I don't even know, I don't want to say 2 months, maybe a matter of weeks. And I'm like, okay, this was a nice exercise, but we as humans aren't built to do this. I know it's like easy, and technology makes things way easier, but we're, as creatures kind of meant to socialize and interact. And it's like, all right, let's get back to normal already.
Exactly. I'm on month 7, guys. Month 7 of not being able to go out and hang with friends and things. This is insane. Really insane. Went to the doctor, went to the pediatrician the other day, and my son, now he's like, oh, I want to go see Dr. Hart. I want to see Dr. Hart, because he had so much fun at the doctor's office hanging out with somebody else, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is really sad. So, were you going to say
social creatures?
Yeah, we are. This is okay. it's cool that I get to meet you guys, but hopefully someday we can meet in real, IRL, share some beer,
Yeah, that's kind of like why I was pumped for Big Payday. Like I wanted to, feel that excitement. Granted, I don't have any stakes coming out, right after or anything like that. So I can, I think I consider it a luxury that I don't have to watch the clock and monitor the stakes and all that stuff. I mean, I can just sit back and enjoy the moment and see what happens from like a higher up view and watch that action. But man, it's going to be such, it's I keep saying it, but it really is like a one-time unique event that I've never seen before in crypto. And the momentum of it and the energy of it is huge. And what's going to happen within, I don't even want to say 24 hours. That's, 48 hours, days in and around that. It's wild to think about, and nobody knows what to expect. And that's, again, why it's so cool.
I was actually hoping for that back in March. We were actually thinking about coming to Miami for the Miami party because we were probably going to still be here in Panama. I figured that the CV stuff would have passed by then, and we'll just hop on a plane, leave my son with the in-laws, come to Miami for 24 hours, go hang out at the party, then come home. We thought about doing that because from here it's only $100 each way. So
Nice.
I was like, that would have been simple, guys. Let's do it. I've never been to Miami, even though I lived in Tampa. I've never been to Miami.
I've been there briefly, but yeah, mostly I've done like Tampa and East Coast, like Daytona and Cocoa Beach, and I've been all over Florida. Really, I love it there.
Florida's pretty awesome, and each town is totally different.
Yep. And it's such, it's you think of it as like a thumb of a state, but it's huge, really. And I mean, it takes hours and hours to go across, parts of it up and down and then all the way into the panhandle. And it's like, you're right. It's so diverse.
Yeah. I've lived in Pensacola and I lived in Tampa, and you might as well be in two different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Liberty's,
I'm catching up on the chat, actually. Although I did just stake some Hex, and it says that it's day 300. It says that it's day 300 on the thing. So now I'm all confused as to when day 300 is.
Yeah, it says day 300.
So
wait, no, it says start day 300.
Start day.
Which would
so
be
if I just staked it right, it ends tomorrow at 5. Yeah, because it's pending. That's right, it's pending.
It won't be staked until tomorrow.
So we're right.
Yeah. God, this stuff can be so confusing. Okay, so it looks like we're following the EOS first year launch. The numbers are looking, if you look at the charts, it's very, very similar. So if it does, it means we're going to have a huge spike here at the end.
And they didn't have a big payday.
They didn't have a big payday. Yeah, dude. What can happen? We could have that one penny everyone's talking about.
I think we could hit a lot higher than that, but we could also dip. It just in a matter of time. Like it's going to be, I think, a lot of reactions in there. A lot of people kind of rediscovering, where they stand with their stakes, share rate. I don't know. I think there's just going to be a lot of realization within, say, that those days leading up to and right after that. A lot of repositioning, even, and the topic came up earlier about, what was it, percentage staked right now? What is it, less than 14?
13.7.
Yeah, 13.7. So I can't see how that doesn't go up right before the end. So people are going to have to, I would think, jump in, even if, you're not a total hater, but you can see that if you actually understand what big payday is, you like get a chunk and then stake it past big payday. I think there's going to be a bump there. I can't see it going down to like 10 or something like that.
Well, I'm going to say on stream, we're not going above, let's say 17. I think 17 is be about the max.
I can agree with that, and I'm fine with that.
Oh, hell to the yeah.
Yeah. I hope you're right, man.
And I don't care if the price dips by 50%. I really don't care. If it goes up to, say, if it goes up to a penny, then it comes back to a quarter of a penny, I really don't care.
Like if you don't need the money now, you're going to need the money later on, and it'll be a lot bigger.
I got lots of other crypto I can sell.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'll sell.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too. I mean, many of us are working. It's like you're not going to make a whole lot of money in your first year, even if you have a staking ladder every 30 days, just comparatively to your 10-year stakes or 5-year stakes or 15-year stakes. But are you going to make as much as you would make just from your income stream? Well, for some people, this could be life-changing. Their Hex income could be life-changing.
Especially if they got in February or January, seriously life-changing.
Yeah, but if you're working, most of us are young still. I mean, how much time and energy do we put into Hex? Just every day going in and checking in. I think about productivity loss. It's like, gosh, sometimes just going to work. You're gonna make more money, and then in the here and now, have more money to put into Hex. I was also thinking about Big Payday too, because Big Payday, you got these great numbers, but if it's a 10-year stake, all that Big Payday bonus. There will be a column there where it'll show that we deserve that amount, but it doesn't grow interest, right? That Big Payday bonus, there's no time value of money on that. That you just get that, if it's 10 years on the 10th year when you end stake. But then again, it is a lot more than your 1-year stake. So
that's why I left one of my big one. I unstaked and restaked, early unstaked and restaked a bunch of mine. But my biggest one that I had that comes out, I think it's day 4 or something, I left it. And I say, you know what? Let me get my Big Payday money from this one. And then at that time, I'll make a decision what I want to do.
Right.
If the price is like 5 cents at that time, let's just that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And it's instead of having to early unstake and take some profits, I'll be able to just sell one. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I doubt that the price will be at that height, but I could wish.
Yeah, with Bitcoin, I think I took out 10 times what I put in and just said, now I'm playing with house money. Yes. And I know the number that I've put into Hex, and I'm like, well, when are we going to take that out? But a Hex stake that is worthless, I mean, how much does it have to be before you don't restake it? Most of them are just going to keep restaking. It's like, this is not going to change my life one bit, and so we'll just keep on throwing them in the future because, yeah, if you don't need it, it's a big difference. But then again, you have to think of the game theory too, right? There's going to be little pockets of opportunity, like when we go into the OA and we see those spikes, right? Those spikes in share rate. There's going to be times when you're going to be like, well, I'd like to have a little bit of liquid Hex so I can take advantage of something, whether you're buying or liquidating.
Absolutely. I mean, Litecoin said that his strategy is going to be restake his principal plus a percentage of his interest each time it comes out.
And change his name and then change his avatar again.
Yeah.
I was thinking about just cashing out interest for the next, just keep restaking the principal. I mean, how big can the interest be to where it matters? To where it,
Well, it can't be. If the price does go up to a couple cents, then that interest could be worth quite a big deal. So, if you're talking about $1 million, if you have every year, let's not go too big. Let's go with a nice dabbing dolphin. So a dabbing dolphin, say they earn 1 million Hex in interest per year, and the price is 5 cents. That's 50 grand, right? Am I right? Okay.
Mm. You're telling the story. Let's not let the facts get in the way of a good story. Let's go, Randy.
That 50 grand is a considerable amount of money for most people. I know that's more than enough that I need to live. So $1 million a year in interest. And guys, that's just a basic dabbing dolphin. If once we get to what about what are we going to need? About 50, between 50 and 100 per trillion share. Because the dabbing dolphin's 1 pentillion, so that's 1,000 trillion. So I know it's crazy to do the math in your head, but you keep it simple when you say it's just 1,000, right?
You could buy a bunch of toys, but Motley Investor says it's wife changing. I love that.
It's wife changing.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, I'm back.
Hashtag Hex, hashtag wife changing.
Wife changing.
I like it. I like it. I stepped in the middle of it, but I like it.
Well, that's the thing. So you change your wife, and then you go through all the lawyers and stuff. Do you owe them anything? Because your Hex is just a contract that says you're going to get something in the future. So, if you're doing good accounting, then the lawyers can't say you owe 20% of the gross before taxes, what have you, in alimony, because it doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist.
Bring Kinetics and his nipples back on here. We need
we need Kinetics as nipples.
Oh boy.
Wife changing.
I think
my wife would kick my butt. That's fine.
No, thank you. I don't need another one of those.
Do you want to keep your life or you want a new wife? That's up to you.
No. I've been married for 19 years, man. And the last thing I want to do is go get married again or something like that. That's the last thing. I'm good.
Feel free to
with what I
browse the
got.
menu.
Quarter Panda
What's
asked
that?
me, "Where's my wife?" Quarter Panda asked me, "Where's my wife?" So I'll go ahead and set you up with her. No laughs on that one. That one fell. That one fell flat.
Well, I was doing math in my head when you said it. So
That's the Costanza. I'm out.
Oh man, dude, I'm just trying to think of how life changing this could be, guys. Even at just a penny, just a penny.
Penny changes lots of lives. That's for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm definitely retiring at a penny. That's for sure.
At 20 hex per trillion shares per day, and say that you are a minimum dabbing dolphin with a pentillion, so you have 1,000. That's 20,000 hex per day in interest.
You keep saying pentillion. You mean
Per dolphin
pentillion?
wallet, right?
Quintillion or quadrillion?
A pentillion is a dolphin wallet, a basic dolphin wallet. That's what you need. 0.01% of all the shares.
Okay.
All right.
So how much is that for like 4 dolphin wallets?
I don't know. My brain doesn't work that big. so
Shark wallet, 4 dolphins and a shark. What's that?
So after big payday, they say the numbers on the chart look like we're going to get about 16, between 12 and 16 hex per day per trillion shares, right? So I was just pushing it to 20, which could be a year from now, or it could be 9 months from now, or something like that. So you're looking at 20 times how many trillion you have. So if you have a pentillion, that's 1,000 trillion. So that's 20,000 hex per day in interest. That's just one basic dabbing dolphin wallet. If it's at 1 cent, that's $200 a day in interest.
What do you need, right? You just need to buy lunch. I need about $20 for lunch and about $30 for dinner.
I'm gonna go move over there where Liberty lives.
Nah. The wall is up.
I'm gonna wreck your neighborhood, bro. I'm coming.
The orange curtain is up. We're building a wall around Orange County.
That's $72,000 a year with just 1 cent, having basic dabbing dolphin.
For one basic dabbing dolphin wallet.
72 grand a year at 20 shares or 20 hex per share. And we already know that goes up exponentially over the next couple of years. And Hexo said that at about year 10, it's between 300 and 1,000 hex per virtually
Wow.
insured. Yeah. And at that point, if inflation of the U.S. dollar isn't that bad, I'm thinking it's going to be totally tanking in the coming future. But at that point, even a tenth of a penny, you're still rolling in it.
Versology says, build the wall, keep RG3 out. That's right. You're down here too, Versology. That's awesome.
You won't be able to keep me out at a penny.
RG3 was like, hey, let's get together. I'm like, all right, let's get together an hour from here. Let's meet on the other side.
They don't let me in that town.
Let's meet in North Orange County.
Oh, and RG3 is coming to your neighborhood soon.
Better you than others.
It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good.
Thanks for the lemons, fellas. You guys donating lemons. Matt Van, Into the Fire.
Yeah,
Someone
mentioned that also depends on the percentage of people that are staked. So if the staking percentage goes up considerably, those numbers do drop. But if we stay right around 20%, we're gonna be fine.
Middle Class just donated an ice cream. How can he be in two places at once? It's on the screen and in the chat. That's amazing.
3 screens. I got 3 screens. Anyone
How do you do that?
It's called an extra tab.
Middle Class working. Boomer.
It's just another tab.
The rotary phone. I remember the rotary phone.
Showing your age there.
I love it. I look good for my age. The best looking 65-year-old in the town.
65, my ass.
Oh, I'm 53. I look terrible.
So we haven't been trolled by the youngsters that are out there hating on Hex Crypto yet, have we?
Not that I've seen.
Not in the chat.
Oh man, I was hoping for them.
We got some funny stuff in the chat though, man. We got some active folks. It's been fun.
Oh boy. Yeah, with Into the Fire and Mousetrip and all the rest of those damn clowns.
Children of the Grave.
Children of the Grave. Those guys.
There goes. He's got the crab dancer. Who's that guy? Tupac. Yeah, first time. I kind of feel like a host today, so sorry if I messed up any of your chats, guys. They go by so fast. So
shall we pick the RG? Yeah. Should we pick the people?
Yep. So who's got? Do you have the Dlive pulled?
I have
there,
it.
Liberty.
I have Dlive. I do.
So have everybody just go ahead and post something in there. Fuck you. I'm a pirate or whatever. Screw you.
All right, guys.
But don't spam it. If anybody's spamming, you don't get picked. So don't spam. If I see your name more than once, right, Liberty? See their name more than once in it.
I hear you.
And then scroll through the list, stick your finger on the screen, and pick up a name.
Yeah, I'm working on it. So the first one I saw that I focused on was Wall Houses. I haven't seen him in the chat before. Congratulations, Wall Houses. You have 1 entry into the Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Death.
I know. Congratulations for that. All right, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Second person I see Brissology.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's one of our local guys too, right?
Yeah. Well, he's been on stream before.
Our stream is terrible. Our followers.
Well, it's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be freaking phenomenal, wonderful, whatever. It is what it is. You don't get the community you want. You get the community that you deserve.
Oh, God.
Okay, and the last one, I see a new one. I see Black Square.
Black Square. I've seen him
Black
before.
Square.
Yes,
he joins
so
Hexologist.
Brissology, Black Square, and what was the first one?
It was Wall Houses.
All right, please send that to me in Telegram, would you, Liberty, so that I can add them to the Wheel of Death.
He's making me work. Help out a little bit.
Make your
I'm
money's
retired.
worth.
I'm already retired. He's making me work on this pirate ship.
Oh, God.
And Children of the Grave. Oh, it was only 3. Sorry, Children of the Grave.
Oh, here we go. You're gonna get.
Don't bunga my contest, motherfuckers.
I'm his second best friend now. I got demoted.
All right, guys, I got to get off. We got the mother-in-law's coming in tomorrow for packing, so I know Anna's gonna be out with Cabana in the morning, but I got all that shit going on tomorrow. And I'm back on East Coast tomorrow.
All right, guys. Well, thanks,
All right,
and I appreciate all you coming on and helping out. I'm thinking that this traveling thing I'm doing is going to be over pretty soon. I got a little something else up my sleeve, something going, and then hopefully here real soon I'll be able to sneak out the artwork for the new clothing line, for the Discourse Syndicate clothing line.
All right.
Give
All
you a
right, cheers,
sneak
guys.
peek of it. All right, guys, everyone.
You gonna dump the chest?
Oh, the chest. No, I can't. Wait.
You can't do that
I
on
think
the phone, can you?
I think I can.
No worries.
now.
We'll gladly pay
I
you
don't-
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hextaker.
I know.
All right, you're freezing on us, RG. So everybody else, sounds like it was a great
next week,
stream.
Pirate Chest.
Next
Not
week.
this week. I'll do it next week. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.
Drive safe, Captain. Don't crash.
Good meeting you, middle class.
Nice to meet you guys. I'll chat to you later.
Meet you too.
Wait, what's going on? How come?
Good show, buddies.
Hold on a second. Let me put this on.